Coming to you here first. Is Russell Westbrook more overrated or underrated?
Molly, I love Russell Westbrook. I love the fact that he's a top competitor. And as a football guy, I can appreciate the level of physicality that he brings to today's NBA game. He's probably pound for pound the toughest guy in the NBA. But all that being said, yeah, Russell Westbrook is overrated. And the reason why he's overrated is because the stats that he has doesn't tell the entire story in terms of his overall impact on winning. For a guy that gives you a lot of triple doubles, he doesn't have success at the highest level. You look at the last 4 postseasons, Russell Westbrook, first round exit, first round exit, first round exit, second round exit. Now, I understand it's a team effort, but when you start talking about a guy that can average a triple double, you would expect that he would be able to step up and be able to help his team have more success once it really matters. And Russell Westbrook has been lacking in that department for his entire career. Now, I love what he's doing with the Wizards, especially in the second half. And when he gets a triple-double, this team is 21-14. But I can't sit here and say that Russell Westbrook is one of those guys that is not overrated just based on what everybody gives him these accolades in terms of him being able to average a triple-double. I think everybody's enamored with the fact that he can do that. First player to do that since Oscar Robertson. But in terms of his overall impact on winning when it matters, yeah, he's overrated.
You want me now?
Yeah.
You ready for this? Okay. Russell Westbrook is both the most overrated and the most underrated player in basketball.
Come on.
Could you be any more annoying with that answer?
He's both, and I'll explain why. There are a group of people. Basketball fans are split right down the middle, and most of them both have it wrong, mostly. One group says Russell Westbrook's top 3 point guard of all time. Who could Oscar Robertson average a triple-double one time? Russell Westbrook did it for 4 consecutive seasons. He's other than Magic. We've heard this said. They believe greatest. No, he's not. And there are other people who don't understand he is an MVP caliber player still. Oh, Russell Westbrook's overrated. You can't win with Westbrook. He doesn't affect winning. It's empty calorie stats. They're wrong, too. Let me tell you what's happening with Russell Westbrook right now. One, for the crowd that overrates him, Steph Curry and James Harden are better than Russell Westbrook, period. They're better players. Everyone would take them before they took Russell Westbrook. So of the kind of point guard size players, he's at best number 3. People would also argue Chris Paul. Some might argue Kyrie Irving or Damian Lillard. And if you include LeBron James and Luka Doncic as guys who, primary ball handlers, whether or not they're technically backcourt players, whatever, Russell Westbrook's lower and lower on the list. Okay? So that's how he's overrated. But let me tell you why he's underrated. Last 3 seasons, Westbrook has been in new situations. Paul George is a new teammate. So he's trying to figure out how to play with Paul George. Paul George got to be the leading scorer. He's figuring it out. Had a great season by the end of the year. Westbrook did. Then he's in a new situation in Houston. How am I going to play with Chris Paul? With James Harden. So in the beginning of the season, it looks like he fell off. By the end of the season, what are we all saying? Westbrook's an MVP candidate. Happened again this year. New situation. Bradley Beal. They're losing. He's putting up numbers, but they're not winning.
I'm never getting
What happens by the end of the season?
This is why
he's
I'm
an MVP
getting
candidate.
more gray hair every single day, and I hope Stephen A. is watching. Hopefully he's not because he's on vacation, but I'm going to make sure to bring this back. It's not to the people out there. It's to you. So to you, he's both overrated and underrated. You're telling me to the masses. I want to know what Max Kellerman thinks.
It's not to you because to you means your own rating. How can you over or underrate someone? Overrated or underrated is a perception of the masses. And what I'm saying is you can't take an average here.
What is he to Max Kellerman?
Is he overrated or underrated?
Yes, answer the question.
Where is he rated? Tell me, and I'll tell you if he's over or underrated.
Is he overrated in your opinion, or is he underrated?
He is overrated by half the basketball fans and underrated by the other half, badly. So how can you say? Right. Tell me where you rank him. I'll tell you if you're over or underrating him. Where do you rank Russell Westbrook? Is he an MVP caliber player?
I'm being told by producers to move on because they're very annoyed by this as well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.